Handling difficult questions during Q&A can come up. It's very important that you be prepared for certain types of difficult questions. The first type of difficult question is when you don't know the answer. My recommendation is simply say, "I don't know," and immediately follow it up with what you will do to get the information to the asker. If you happen to have a hunch or an idea of what the answer would be, simply say, "I don't know the answer. I'll follow up and get the answer to you as soon as I can, but my hunch is the answer might sound like this." In that way, you come off as at least having an idea and frame what the answer might be like to set expectations for the audience member. Another challenging type of question is where the question asker asks several questions one after the other. I call this machine gun questioning. This can be very rattling simply because you have to take in all of the different questions. What I like to do is either pick one or two that I remember and answer them, or if I'm feeling particularly cantankerous, I might ask the question asker to repeat the question. Often they cannot repeat all of the questions that they asked, in which case they typically prioritize and then you answer those questions. There are times where individuals don't actually ask a question, they make a statement. This could be because they don't quite know how to ask their question, or it might be that they want to show that they know a lot about what you're speaking on and they try to take the floor from you. In this situation, both you and your audience are likely very uncomfortable. I highly recommend that as soon as you can, you take the floor away from the person who is speaking. The best way to do this is simply when the person takes a breath to paraphrase what it is they've said and create a question for them. If you're speaking in front of them, it's also to your benefit to reorient yourself in the room. So instead of looking at the person, as soon as you paraphrase and create a question for them, turn yourself to take a question from another part of the audience. Most people understand that this means they're done. Finally, what happens when you get a question loaded with emotion? Maybe somebody's upset or somebody's very scared or concerned based on what you're talking about. You must acknowledge their emotion without naming it. If you try to name their emotion and get it wrong, the person can get upset. For example, if you say, "You sound very angry about this," they could say, "I'm not angry, I'm frustrated." So it's best to acknowledge the emotion in generic terms, such as, "It seems you have a lot of passion on this topic," or "I hear that there's great concern in your voice," and then go ahead and paraphrase the question. You need to acknowledge the emotion. It's there, the person's feeling it, and everyone else in the room is experiencing it. Handling challenging questions is difficult, but if you're prepared and know that you have some tools, you can survive the difficult questions, retain your credibility, and actually make your audience feel comfortable.